Two Israeli F-35s are flying toward Iran on what should have been a routine bombing mission. Then, something impossible happens. The pilots freeze, their warning systems suddenly come alive. Both F-35s have been locked on, but that's impossible. They are still 150 kilometers from Iran's border. Yet somewhere, deep inside Iran, an air defense system is already tracking them. For the first time, the world's most advanced stealth fighter is no longer invisible. The mission is abandoned. The pilots immediately turn around and race back to base. But here's the billion-dollar question. What kind of air defense system can lock onto an F-35 from that far away? How did Iran build one of the deadliest air defense systems against stealth aircraft while under the heaviest sanctions in the world? A system that can radar lock onto an F-35 from hundreds of kilometers away, burn through Israeli jammers, and, if Iran ever decides to sell it, could outsell American systems. No, I'm not talking about the system that shot down two F-35s. This system makes that one look ordinary. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this air defense system has the Pentagon and Israel very nervous. What is the best air defense system in the world? The S-400? The Patriot? When we think of air defense, Russia and the United States are usually the first countries that come to mind. But many people don't know that Iran is the fourth country to produce a long-range air defense system. The list is Russia, the United States, China, and Iran. Many people might ask, what about Israel? The problem is that Israeli air defense systems rely heavily on American technology and parts, so they are not Israeli systems. Think about this. Not India, not even Europe, but Iran achieved this first. Why? Because of desperation. Iran has been developing air defense systems for decades. Many believe Iran simply copied Russian systems, but the truth is that Iranian systems have more in common with American designs than Russian ones. Just look at the 15th Khordad air defense system. It resembles the American Patriot system and even has a similar engagement range. Is that just a coincidence? Iran's first attempt at building a long-range air defense missile began with research on the Standard 1 missile. We all know the Standard missile family. Today, the SM-3 and SM-6 are the backbone of the US Navy's air defense network. But how did Iran get its hands on this technology? The answer goes back to the 1970s, before the Iranian Revolution, when Standard 1 missiles were supplied to Iran. Iranian engineers later used those missiles as the foundation for their long-range air defense research. Over the next 2 decades, Iran increased the missile's range from around 35 kilometers to roughly 300 kilometers. Finally, in 2016, Iran announced a successful interception of a high-altitude target at a range of 300 kilometers. The result was the Bavar 73. Many people call it a copy of the S-300. However, the development of the Bavar 373 began before Russia delivered the S-300 to Iran, after repeated delays caused by US pressure. There is also a major design difference. The S-300 uses a cold launch system where the missile is ejected from the launch tube before its rocket motor ignites. The Bavar 373 uses a hot launch system, similar to the American Patriot, where the missile's engine ignites inside the launch tube. But what makes this weapon so deadly? What is the secret that most of the media never tells you? Imagine an air defense system capable of detecting any stealth fighter in the world. In 2022, Iran successfully tested a new version of this system, which promised much greater detection capability against stealth targets. It was capable of tracking 350 targets simultaneously, with a detection range of 450 kilometers. Soon, Iran planned to introduce a new generation of missiles with a range of 400 kilometers. This system was intended to be on the same level as the S-400. Iranian officials called it the Bavar 373-2, or simply Bavar 2. It featured a completely new design. Each missile battery had its own radar with a detection range of 60 kilometers, operating independently from the main radar to improve resistance against jamming and to better track low-flying targets. Now, how do we know this system is as capable as Iran claims? Well, Israel attacked Iran twice before the 12-day war. The plan was simple. test how effective Iran's air defense system really was. In the second attack, Israel reportedly used around 750 projectiles against Iran, 650 small FPV drones and 100 air-to-ground ballistic missiles. One of them was a missile the CIA reportedly gave the codename Golden Horizon. That was not its real name. It was the official codename assigned by the CIA. It was considered one of Israel's most secret next-generation missiles. According to Iranian claims, these missiles had previously destroyed 2 Russian S-300 systems, but the bavar 373 batteries not only survived the attack, but also destroyed every missile launched at them. That was when Israel reportedly realized it needed a new way to defeat Iran's air defense system. At the same time, Ukraine was fighting Russia and had managed to destroy an S-400 system using FPV drones. That is why, during the 12-day war, Israel reportedly used more than 50,000 FPV drones that were allegedly manufactured inside Iran by Iranians working with the Mossad. This enormous number of FPV drones simply overwhelmed nearly every Iranian air defense system. Only 3 operational systems were reportedly destroyed, not by the direct firepower of the Israeli Air Force, but by what Iran describes as the betrayal of some Iranians working against their own country. But even after 50,000 drones and 12 days of continuous bombing, Israel could not defeat one particular system. A system that would later go on to shoot down many American aircraft, including the F-35. Many people don't know this, but there are 2 different approaches to air defense systems. The first is active, where a radar locks onto a fighter jet. The problem is that the fighter jet immediately detects that it is being tracked and receives a warning. The second approach is passive, and this is where the Iranian air defense system comes in. The Majid is Iran's short-range air defense system. Instead of using radar, it relies entirely on an infrared seeker that can detect fighter jets within a range of 35 kilometers. It uses a missile based on the American Sidewinder design with a maximum range of 25 kilometers. But how does this missile manage to shoot down an F-35? The answer is simple. From detection to launch, the F-35 receives no radar warning because the system does not use radar. The missile seeker also uses a more advanced approach than older missiles and is designed to resist being fooled by fighter jet flares. It is a clever way to engage stealth aircraft, not by detecting their radar cross-section, but by tracking their infrared signature. Now it's your turn to destroy that like button and share this video so content like this can be produced more often on YouTube. Thank you for your support. This is East Wind Brigade, where our voices unite and we rise together.